Bernie Sanders is planning to introduce a new bill today. Today in this video, we have got all the important details, what it means for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA, RRB and retirement beneficiaries. And this is very critical news, very important news, specifically targeting the fixed income beneficiaries. Today I wanted to talk about this very important news for those on a fixed income. Very own Senator Bernie Sanders is now introducing a bill today that would raise the Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA survivors and other fixed income benefits. The latest news Social Security proposal for $2,400 extra checks expanded and reintroduced in the Congress. And yes, this one is the latest news as of 1st of the May. Now, this is a huge victory for those who have been waiting for Bernie Sanders to do something. This man is with the plan. Bernie Sanders has the clear-cut plan and has clarity to take action to provide relief for those on a fixed income. Now, we all know that the amount that you get in your monthly social security benefits each and every month isn't quite enough. We all know that inflation is going through the roof, and that's why Bernie Sanders is stepping forward to make sure that something else needs to be done. And definitely this is a great opportunity for those on a fixed income beneficiaries. They can get the help that they need, they are desperately waiting for. So if you are one of those group of people, make sure you tune in, make sure you watch this video till the end so you get all the important details. So as many of you know, current minimum wage has been stuck at $7.25 since 2008. Now can you imagine how much this has impacted people's income? Well, actually Bernie Sanders understands this fact and he's taking the action. Currently he's introducing a bill that would raise the social security payments by additional $200 a month, and he's planning to increase the minimum wage to $17 an hour. Now this would help those people on a fixed income like Social Security, SSI, SSDI, survivors, also the economy. Senator Bernie Sanders is joined by workers, union leaders, and business leaders pushing this bill through. He believes that it's a time to give people the peace of the mind, piece of the pie that he's working for. He's working to make it a reality. As per as the latest news that we are receiving, check this out guys, the latest news Social Security proposal for $2,400 extra checks expanded and reintroduced in the Congress. And yes, this one is the latest news as of 1st of the May. Social Security Expansion Act was first introduced on June 9th by Senator Bernie Sanders and Peter DiPazio. Under the terms of bill, anyone who is currently receiving Social Security or those who turn age 62 in 2023 would be going to receive extra $200 monthly check or $24,000 a year in benefits if the bill wins approval. Definitely this is something seniors will no doubt welcome as inflation totally wipes out their annual cost of living adjustment increase. While the initial June 9 introduction of the measure has remained dormant, Senator and new coalition supporters including Senator Elizabeth Warren, Republican Jan Shosky, and Van Hoyle have renewed the interest and proposed cuts to the Social Security as US faces its latest debt ceiling crisis. The latest draft of the bill also provides a way forward for severely underfunded program, ensuring that future generations can receive their benefits through 2096 by taxing the highest income earners in the country. According to the press release from Senator office, this will be done all without raising the taxes by 1 penny over 93% of the American household that make $250,000 or less. At the time when nearly half of older Americans have no retirement savings and almost 50% of the nation's seniors are trying to survive on the income of less than $25,000 a year, our job is to not to cut Social Security, said by Bernie Sanders. Our job is to expand the Social Security so every seniors in America can retire with dignity they deserve and every person with disability can live with security that they need. The legislation they are introducing today will expand Social Security benefits by $2,400 a year and extend the solvency by next 75 years, making sure wealthiest people will pay their fair share into the system. Now, Republican leaders say that they are not interested in cutting Social Security and Medicare. For the part, GOP leaders are also stating that they are not interested to cut Social Security or Medicare. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell made remarks on the subject. This sentiment was echoed by Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy, who said that cuts to Social Security Medicare should be completely off the table in January, according to CNBC. McCarthy reiterated his party's support for the entitled programs. Now, speaking of the Social Security insolvency in just over a decade, beyond the chatter around debt ceiling crisis, Social Security Expansion Act bill is timely for a couple of reasons. First, it follows Social Security Administration announcement in 2022 that Americans will stop receiving their full Social Security benefits in about 13 years without action to bolster the program permanently. It also comes during a period of historically high inflation, which has particularly have big impact on seniors living on fixed income, as many of whom rely on solely on Social Security payments, according to the press release from Senator office. According to the press release from the Senator Sanders office, nearly 40% of the seniors rely on Social Security for majority of their income. One in the seven rely on more than 90% of their income, and nearly half of the Americans aged 55 and older have no retirement savings at all. Speaking of the current update, this new bill aims to ease the financial strain by boosting the each recipient's monthly check. The average monthly check Social Security was about $1,658 as of December 2022, meaning that $200 increase would represent about 12% boost in their payment. And in addition to that, Senator Warren Shosky Hoyle, in addition to Congress people supporting Social Security Expansion Act, include other key members of the Democratic Party such as Senator Christine Gillibrand, Cory Booker, Alexandria Cortez, Jamie Raskin, and more than 50 organizations have endorsed the bill. So we are seeing some strong support to the Social Security Expansion Act as of right now. Now, speaking of importance of raising minimum wage, to put this in perspective, the federal minimum wage has been stuck at $7.25 an hour since 2008. Well, this is a miserable situation because that's 15 years and the wage has been stuck at that low levels. Currently, the cost of living has gone up drastically, but wages are not keeping the pace, and this is unfair situation. Bernie Sanders has pushing for higher federal minimum wage since 2 years ago when he first proposed a raise for $15 an hour that would have enough money to cover the cost of the inflation, but unfortunately it was voted down by Democrats. Today Bernie Sanders is pushing for $15 minimum wage again as a part of President Joe Biden's 2021 stimulus package. This is the time that we need to take the action and make sure it passes through. Raising the minimum wage will be a huge help for those living on a fixed income as well as those on a Social Security, SSI, SSDI, survivors, and disability benefits. This is the time to make the change. We need to make sure that everyone has enough money to make sure they can able to make their end meet. That's why it's important to support Bernie Sanders in his efforts to raise the minimum wage. Now, Bernie Sanders is a strong advocate for working class. Bernie Sanders is determined to ensure that people who are struggling to make their end meet will receive their fair wages, what they truly deserve. This means that if Bernie Sanders is successful, then everyone's wages will be increased. Recently, a new information has came to light about Bernie Sanders and his effort to raise the wage for those on a fixed income and the minimum wage. And now it's the time we are waiting for the Social Security Expansion Act proposal to get approved. And once we get any sort of a latest details, I will keep you posted. So make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe. And this is Kedar from How to Guys. See you in the next video.